Hey friends, let's be honest, Gmail is a mess. It wasn't designed to manage leads, clients, or projects. But what if it could think? Automatically tag your leads, label your invoices, or even write smart replies, all using AI, not rules. In this video, I'll show you exactly how I built an intelligent Gmail system that labels email by category and subcategory, creates Gmail sub-labels dynamically, yes, on the fly, and draft context-aware replies you can send or edit in one click, and all built with n8n. Before we break down how it works, let me show you the results. So I just received an email from a potential client. Well, this is a test email that I've created for that. And now I go to my workflow and I execute it. And it's done. And now, if I reload here, I can see that it's classified as inbound warm lead and that it has created a draft. So let's see how it works and let's build it together. This is what we are going to cover. First, we create the top level Gmail labels like leads, clients, the high level structure. Then we'll use AI to classify each email, assigning a category and a subcategory, well, a label or sublabel. Next, we dynamically create Gmail sublabels based on the AI result, no manual setup needed. After that, we apply the correct Gmail label by using its ID. And then we generate an AI powered draft reply personalized to each email's content. And finally, I will discuss how we can extend this system by adding memory, vector database, or even summarizing newsletters. And you'll be able to download this workflow for free, so in the link below, and so you can reuse it or adapt it to your own projects. By the way, this is just the first step of a full stack app we're building together in my private community, AI Alchemist. We're designing a complete intelligent email assistant with a front-end UI, a custom CRM, full context memory, and smart reply validation. And we're creating the specs together with members contributing ideas and feedback every week. So if you want to help shape the future of this tool and get the full stack behind it, join us, link below. I'm Alexandra Spalato, full stack developer, AI strategist, and founder of AI Alchemist community. I help people and businesses build real AI tools fast, using clear workflow with or without code. If you want to build smarter, you're in the right place. First, in Gmail, the only things that we have to create manually are the top labels. So I have done this here and I have had some colors. This is a test email that I use to create my workflows, and then I test it here and I apply it to my real email. So to create a label, I have just to click here, test, create, and here I can also have some colors. Okay, so we remove this one. Okay, so you have also to take care about how you write it, because in n8n is going to be case sensitive. So I choose to capitalize each label name and stick with this method so I don't have problems later. And I say that because when I work on it first, I had some issues with that where I use a lot of time. So this is a little tip for that. This is our workflow, and we begin with a Gmail trigger. So in this Gmail trigger, first we need to connect to our credentials. So in the credential, if you are in n8n cloud, you just have to click. It's very easy. If you are in self-hosted, you have to do that in your Google Cloud account. And we do that with poll times, and here we are checking every minute. So the event is when we receive a message. We don't want this simplify box to be checked because we need to get the message, and if we click it, so this is the schema, you see, if we simplify, we will only have the snippet, and we will not have the content from the message, which is here. Okay, in HTML and in text. This is the email that we are going to use. So I came across your agency while looking for AI automation, etc. Okay, and we also want only the unread emails. Okay, so from there, we are going to check if this email is a reply. For the moment, it's not a reply, but then you have conversation, and if it's a reply, the treatment will be different. I have not built this here, but when it's a reply, it will have this in reply too. Okay, so if it's not a reply, then we are going to analyze the content of this email with AI to classify it. And so here I use an OpenAI node, and I'm using GPT-4o mini. I tried the Nano, and it was making some errors. So here I have created a prompt. Okay, you are an AI assistant that classifies email for an AI automation agency. Each email should be assigned one main category and optionally a subcategory. And here, what I have done, I have to write the subcategories, or sub-labels here, because it's going to create them on the fly, but you need to know what it needs to create. Otherwise, you will name one category in a way one time and differently another time. No, this is to need to be consistent, and doing it like that on the fly make us spare time, because if we do it manually, it's quite annoying, and we can make errors with the case and the naming, etc. So I think this way it's very efficient. Okay, so here for leads, I have these categories for clients, customer support, and other notification, newsletters, etc. And so classify the email below, and I want the subject, from, and the body, so the text. So this is what comes from the previous execution, and I want it to respond in JSON format with the category, the subcategory, and the why, the explanation why is classifying it like that. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, and so he has classified it as category leads, subcategory inbound warm leads, and the email is from a potential client expressing interest in custom AI automation solution for lead generation, indicating a warm inbound lead ready for follow-up. Important things to here I have output content as JSON, and this is why I use here OpenAI, because it has the built-in output content JSON. If I was using another model, I would have to use a structured output parser. Okay, and here I can simplify the output because this is only what I need. If you look at the JSON, okay, so this is here. After that, let me explain how things works. So we need to get all the labels, because we need to check if this subcategory already exists, because the first time is going to create it, but then if we have new emails that belong to this subcategory, it doesn't need to create them again. It does that only one time. So for that, we need to get all the labels. And so if it doesn't exist, it's going to create the subcategory. And then we will get all the categories again, and we will filter the one that contains the subcategory in order to get its ID and apply it as a subcategory. But okay, let's dive into that and see step by step how it works. So we get here all the labels again with the Gmail node, and the resource is label and get many. So I execute this step, and here I get all the labels that exist in my Gmail. Okay. From there, I use an aggregate node and I use the input field name and rename it to labels, and I execute it. And now we have the list of all the labels that exist in my mailbox. So we can see here the ones I have created: clients, customer support, leads, invoices, other. And you can see that it's really case sensitive. So be careful with that. After that, I check if so this JSON, this label, so it's an array, if they contain the category and subcategory, label and sub-label. So Gmail, so in our Gmail it will be nested, but Gmail consider it as one label. Okay, we are going to see that more clearly. And so I execute this step. So, okay, it doesn't contain it. It means that this label doesn't exist. So the label leads, inbound warm lead doesn't exist here. Okay, so it means that we need to create it. So here in this branch, I have another Gmail node that I have renamed create sub-label. So the resource is label and create. And here, the name of the label is going to be what we get from our OpenAI node here. Okay, no fields not executed, but no. Okay, let's go to the JSON better. So the if, the OpenAI, okay, it's here. So this is this, okay, category slash subcategory, okay, and this is the same thing I have done in the previous email in the if, you know, I get this category and subcategory from this node, and finally it's the name of this label. Even if Gmail show it nested, the name is like that. Okay, and so, and thanks to that, we can create on the fly this subcategory. So we execute this step, okay, and now it has created. So we can check that in Gmail. You see it was not existing. Now if I reload it, you see now that we have the inbound warm leads subcategory. So leads slash inbound warm leads. But here you see the name is written like that. Okay. So after that, we need again to get all the labels I've written here. So we get all the categories again to filter the ones that contain the subcategory and get its ID. So you will understand why. So we get again all the labels. So it's the same thing. Label get many. We execute the steps. And now normally we have, okay, where is it? Okay, here we have this label inbound warm leads, and for each one it has also created an ID. So here is label 19. After that, so we filter the ones, okay, again this is the name, okay, we filter the one that contains in the name the subcategory. Okay, so we execute this and you see that there is only one, and it's this one, the one that we have created. From there, we want to apply this category and subcategory to our mail. So we have again Gmail node and the resources message and add label. And we need the message ID, and this message ID, we get it from the initial Gmail trigger. Okay, it's here. And then we want to apply the label. Okay, and let me show you something. If I use name, it doesn't work. It wants the ID. You see, if I execute the step, bad request, please check your parameters, apply the subcategory, bad request. Okay, so it doesn't work. We want the ID. So here, label 20. I know it was 19, but I made a mistake, so I rerun it, and now we name it 20. So the JSON ID, and now I execute the step. Okay, and now it's done. And now we can check our email again, and we can see that now it has applied this label to our message. So everything works as expected. After that, we have a switch, and we are going to apply different routes depending on the top label. So with this node switch, we get the category name here, and we check. No, here I have taken from the OpenAI node. Okay, I have taken it from here because this is where it was classifying by category and subcategory. And if it equal to leads, then the root is leads, clients, customer support, and other. Of course, you can create the categories and labels that suit your business. Okay, so I executed, and here we have, of course, on the leads branch. From there, I had a node agent, and here I use agent. I don't need it. I could use a simple chain, but in this case, here I'm simplifying things. It means that I'm just writing here an email, you see, to answer. But in real life, what I would do, I want to have context. I want to have context about my company, so AI can draft an email, having knowledge about the service I provide, and any question and material it can ask. So I could use a vector database and make a RAG with all this information. And in the other hand, I could also make a research about this lead, you know, scrapping his LinkedIn. You can see a video about that when I scrap the LinkedIn profiles, and this other one where I enrich the profile. So from there we could have a very enriched profile background about this person and craft this email using this data. So there is many things that we can do. So this is the simple way to answer the email, but remember that in real life we can enrich that much more, and we can see that in other videos. So let me know in the comments if you're interested to have videos about this more advanced workflow to answer emails. Okay, so now we are going to run that, and it's going to create a reply to this email. Okay, here it is. And from there, I want it to create a draft. So here I use again the Gmail node with the resource draft operation create. And as subject, I take the subject from the original email and just put to answer, and the message is the output from the previous node, and the to email, it's the from the original trigger. Okay, so okay, from. Okay, it comes from there. So I execute it, and now I go back to Gmail, I reload, and now we have our draft here. Okay, thanks for reaching out and sharing your lead generation challenge. It's great to hear exploring AI, blah, blah, blah. And from there I can tweak it. Well, I have to put my signature and I can send it in one click. Then the other nodes, it's the same with different prompts. And here I had as model, I'm using OpenRouter and I'm using Claude because he writes well, but I use OpenRouter because then I can test different models and see which one gives the best result. So this is it. It's working. So let's quickly recap what we've built today. We classified email using AI. We have created and applied Gmail sublabels dynamically and drafted smart replies all inside n8n without writing any code. But that's just the beginning. Imagine summarizing all your newsletter daily into one digest. Imagine replying to leads with full context, not just from past emails, but from scrapped LinkedIn profiles, call notes, and project history. Imagine support replies that pull company info, product specs, and documentation instantly thanks to a connected vector database. That's where we're going next in my AI Alchemist community. We're not just building automation, we're building a full stack app with a sleek front end, a custom CRM, embed memory and search, and real-time AI that knows your business. And so if you want to build with us and get access to all the workflows, prompts, and context we create, the link is below. This was the first brick. Let's build the tower together. And if you're building a product or want to integrate AI in your business, book a free strategy call with me. I'll help you apply the right strategy for your use case and avoid common pitfalls. The link is in the description. Lastly, if this video helped you out, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment if you have questions or ideas for future video, and see you in the next one. Bye.